Hey, what's up guys? My name is Saurav and this is my YouTube channel Data Science Novice. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please do like and subscribe. Your efforts are massively appreciated. So in this video, we are going to learn how to import a file into Kaggle Notebook. And we will look into the size of dataset, like how many columns we have and how many rows we have. Okay, so as soon as new notebook is fired up, we have to run this cell, and if you want to read about it, you can read it. Okay, first thing now we have to do is to upload the data set. So how do we do that? We see a fake and real news data set at the upper left corner. Okay, so just click here and we get two files in CSV format. First is fake file containing all the fake news articles, and the second containing all the true news articles. Since it's CSV file format, you use pandas read CSV method and paste the file path into parentheses. So doing the same for both the files, and once it's done, press shift enter to run this cell. So our data is uploaded into the notebook. Now let's look into the fake data. For that we have pandas function called head. What it does, it returns first 5 rows of the data by default. So in this data we have title, text, subject and date. This function can also return more than 5 values. We just have to pass the number of rows in parentheses. Suppose if we pass 10, we get first 10 rows. Similarly, if we want last 10 entries, we can do that with the tail method. It is very similar to head method. The only difference is it returns last 5 entries. And if we pass 10, it returns last 10 entries. Let me show you how to do that. So now let's check this subject variable, that how many different value it takes and their counts. So to do that, we have value count method. Okay, if we want any particular column, we can pass that column as a string in square bracket. Let me show you what I'm saying. So here we get only subject column. So now applying value.count method on this column, we can get our desired output. So let me do that for you. Okay, so here we have subject variable which can take 6 value and their respective count. So let's do this for true data as well. So in this case our subject can take only 2 values, which can be seen here. Now the problem is that we don't have a target variable. That is, if we feed this data to our algorithm, it won't be able to classify whether it's a true news or it's a fake news. So in order to overcome this problem, we create a target column with the name category, where fake is represented by 1 and true is represented by 0. So this line of code is doing the desired thing for us. So once press shift enter and we have created our category column. So now let's check whether the applied operation runs successfully or not. So let's first check for fake data set. Okay, so here we see that we have 111 in the category column. Now let's do the same for our true data set and we should get 00 at the category. Yeah, so we are good to go for this. Now once we are done with creating category column, it's time to combine these two data sets. To do that, we use concatenate function from pandas. So we pass the list of data frames in it and reset the index. We have to reset this index, and if we don't do that, we get repeated indices, which may cause problem in future. So let's do that, and this line of code is doing the same thing for us. Now let's check the newly created data frame. So calling head method to check the head. Similarly, calling the tail method of the data frame to check whether we successfully applied this or not. So we see 0 0 at the end, which means the data frame is successfully created. So let's plot some columns. In order to do that, we have two libraries, Seaborn and Matplotlib. So this line of code is importing these libraries, and the percentage matplot inline is a magic function. What it does, it makes sure that whatever we are plotting is shown in the notebook itself. If we don't do that, our graph will be created at some memory location, and to get them we have to call plt.show method to get all these graphs. But in our case we don't have to do that because we are calling inline function. So now let's plot category column first. In order to do that, we call matplotfigure method and pass argument fixed size. So basically this line of code is setting the size for our plot. Next, calling Seaborn countPlot method to create a count plot. Since we want our category column to be plotted, passing our category column as an argument. I didn't pass any other parameters to make it simple. If you want to see more of it, I have provided the GitHub link of my notebook in the description. Please do check. So press Shift Enter and we have our plot. So here blue is representing the true news and orange is representing the fake news. And we know that because we labeled true news with 0 and fake news with 1. This plot tells us that data contain more fake news than the true news. Let's do the same for subject column. So here we see that the count for political news is highest. Since it's an NLP task, we are only required two columns, that is text and category it belongs to, because other columns are not that much useful for us. So we will be dropping the rest of columns. So to do that, we call our data frame and pass these two columns in a list. Earlier we saw that to get a particular column we use single square bracket, but here we are using double square bracket. This is because we are passing multiple columns. So here we are passing a list of columns name. So let's do that. Press Shift Enter and our new data frame is ready. So let's check newly created data frame. Okay, so here we have our new data frame. So that's all for this video. In the next video we will be doing data cleaning task. Thanks for watching. If you liked my video, please do like and subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you very much.